I love the smell of new comics in the morning. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jesse here, JLSComics. Welcome back to another video. It's been a couple weeks since I did a comic haul video, so let's check it out. I think it was back on the 23rd when I did my last one. So today we're going to check out the end of July and this past week here. So the beginning of August 2016. Got a couple books here. I've cut my pull list down even further. You know, some of the Avengers stuff is gone. X-Men gone. Things like that. So I've been really selective with it, and you know what? It's a good idea. It's really allowed me to open up to some more back issues, which I'm really trying to hit hard and heavy there. I got quite a few there, so that's actually going to be a separate videos. Some of the back issues I picked up over the past couple weeks, and some really good stuff. Made some really good dents on some runs that you know, that I'm working on actively. So I'm really happy with that, and just some other really cool, awesome shit. You know, great stories, great covers. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's check out these great stories and these great covers. So I go to a store. I'm going to give them a shout out here called Tate's. They do like all these fun little events here, snack tastings and stuff, and they get like these cool coupons and stuff. So I don't know, it's fun. They always give out these little things, these little characters on it. Whoops, what am I trying to do? Focus. There we go. Alright, so first and foremost is this one here. It's Detective, or Tech as I like to call it, 937 Batman story here. This is back to volume 1. This has got to be, I'll tell you, my favorite cover. Got a lot of just the regular covers on these, and this one, I love it. It is so cool, and I know I'm not alone. I've seen it in plenty of other people's videos. Just the way the shadows are and the flag in the background looking like Batman. It is just really, really cool. It's a fantastic cover. It's been a good story too. So these aren't in any particular order. It's going to be a mix of last week and this week, so we'll just throw them up as they come along the pile here. And you know, my shop doesn't do bags and boards separately, so I have to bring them home and do the bags and boards when I get home. So that's why when I do these, a lot of times they're not in the bags and boards yet, but it allows me to, if I want to show you guys like a page or whatever, like I've done in the past videos, be able to do that much easier. So there we go. Suicide Squad Rebirth #1 came out. Good timing with the movie. Although I wish they had staggered it a little bit and had Harley this week and then Suicide next week, or vice versa. But we got them both in 1 week. And these are all the folks from the movie. So that's the version of Suicide Squad I guess we'll be getting. As you know, there's been a few different characters and different people on the team. So there's that. Here we have Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Grace. This is part 6, and it's issue 1.6. So it's the decimal series, sub-series on that. Now this one by Joe Pruitt, Simone Kudranski, Aftershock Comics. So we're going indie here. And Frank Avia's been doing the covers on these, and they're really fantastic. It's a Francesco Francavilla. Mike Martz is the editor over there at the really wonderful Aftershock, who's putting out some really good quality stuff. This book being one of them. Really, really happy with this. Joe Pruitt is really doing an excellent job on this story. So I'm looking forward to this issue and many more in the future to come. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to Mr. Pruitt at some point. Maybe have him on the show. Spider-Gwen #10. That's Jason Latour, Robbie Rodriguez. It's progressing along nicely. I like this, although I did not like the annual that we got. I think it was in the middle of July. Was not a fan of that, or the artwork, or the stories. I read through it, and I was basically like, what the hell did I just read? So there's that. But I do like it. You know, overall, it's been good. Yeah. I'm hoping to meet Robbie Rodriguez at one of the upcoming cons so I can get some stuff signed. So another cover that I really like is this one here. It's Old Man Logan #9. It's part of a new story arc, Last Ronin's Part 1, The Silent Order. Really, really awesome cover here, just in its simplicity. It just really, it's very, very Japanese, very, just evokes all the right things that you would want from that type of a samurai story. Really cool cover. I have probably 3, if I had to do a top 3, this would be in there along with the other that I showed at the beginning, the tech book. And this one would also be in there. This is the end of the Harley series that ended. Okay, so it's just a really cool cover. Really black. I like how they did the logo up here. This is back in the $3.99 day. Cool how they wrote her on there. Just the black and white with the pop of color of Harley herself. And, again, simple, but just really, really excellent. So these are both 2 of my favorites, okay? So where one thing ends, so they say what? Every end has a new beginning. And this is it here. Harley #1. It's the regular cover there, I think. Yeah, that's the regular cover. I wasn't digging the Bill Sank one. The Bill Sankovitz one, the painted sort of portrait cover. I like this one. Of course, got some of those other variants either here or on the way, so we'll take a look at those at some point. But if you want to see them before I do a video, go check out my Instagram because they are on there. I'm trying to do a better job of putting up the photos of the stuff when they come in. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I've heard kind of mixed things about it, to be honest. But we shall see. All right, next we have Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips on an Image rated M for mature book. This is #1 for Kill or Be Killed. That looks pretty cool. That's a pretty thick book, too. It just feels like you're holding the book in your hand. And the artwork and the paneling in here is different. See, this is why I don't have the bags on right away. See, it's different. It's very dark. The paneling is very simple. There's some lightness there, but interesting. Looking forward to it. All right. So this is part 3 of Deadpool v Gambit. So it's been, actually I haven't read it yet. I'm waiting to get them all and just kind of read all through them. So I think there's one more on that, and then we'll be able to see what I got there. Psylocke. Then we'll be able to read the whole thing. All right. So next we have Deadpool. It's #16. That's a pretty cool cover too, actually. Now that we're taking a look at it, I like that. All right. Civil War Part 4. Up next, we got Paper Girls, #8. I really like how Cliff Chang's doing these covers. Talking about the colors and the pop. But shout out to the colorists as well. We talked about that on the last comic conversation, the live show last Tuesday, about the entire team and the colorists, the color artists, inkers, and what have you, the rest of the people. We always talk about the writers and the people who do the line art, the pencils, but not always, with the color. But that's really what you see when you're walking past the shelf is, that boom, that pink and that blue is going to pop at you, or the boom, the freaking red and yellow there is going to pop out at you from the colors of it. That's going to draw your eye to it, and then you're going to, give it a more discerning look once you see that. So shout out to those folks, those unsung heroes, if you will. So next we have that's Superman 3, by the way, and I've already read this, and I know what happens, and I'm not happy with it, but I do like this story overall. I think it's really pretty fun, pretty good, and I like the dynamic between them, and it's cool. You can see their faces here. I know Lady D mentioned this too from JLSComics. From hers, the faces are very similar. You can tell that they're related. It's the same person almost. Just this is much younger, and this is much of an older version of that face, which I thought was cool. Even like the mouth and stuff, the ears, everything. Just this is got more lines on it. So I thought it was an interesting observation. So kudos to her for that. And then last but not least is another book that I am enjoying, despite what I have heard other people say about it. That being said, I haven't read this yet, so I don't quite know what happens. But Tom King on this here. Our Mr. Spy. And then, of course, we have Finchy, good old Finchy boy, David Finch, doing the pencils, and then we got Hope and Matt Banning on inks, and Jordy Belair doing the colors. This is the regular cover. I didn't really get much of the other covers. I know Tim Sale did one for this one, but stuck with that for now. You know, got the certain budget to stick to. Really trying to do that, and again, it makes some money for back issues, right? Back issues. That's what we like. Back issues. Anyways, that's it. That's my books, my new comic book haul for the end of July and the beginning of August. But stay tuned. I should have up a back issue haul very shortly. And then also on Tuesday, we got the live show coming up. It's going to be episode 6, and we got at least one guest coming on, possibly more. But we're going to talk about, you know, some CBCS and some CGC slabbing issues and some things that have come up. And our esteemed panelist, Mr. Edwin from Strictly Comics, has some things to show and to say as well. So I'm very much looking forward to that. It should be lots of fun. Hope you're looking forward to it as well. But leave some comments down below, some thoughts and some, you know, whatever you want, complaints, compliments, if you can possibly think of any. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. This is Jesse here with JLSComics, and I will see you guys soon.